Hey guys, I'm back with another candle review, and this time around it's for the 3-wick 18-ounce Kiwi Margarita candle from HomeWorx by Slatkin. And once again, another one of those like kind of throwback videos that are still relevant type of situations going on here. Kiwi Margarita was first released in spring of 2018, as you see here, along with Island Palm in a set of 2 duo. But it hasn't been out in quite some time, and I think it's back out again, maybe for the first time since its original release on QVC right now. So I figured I have this candle and I've burned it many times before. I've finished one before. Let me just do a review on this in case you were intrigued by the new Kiwi Margarita that's available on QVC now. The notes have remained the same. It says a blend of kiwi, chilled melon, Caribbean lemon, crushed mint, and sparkling sugar water. So normally I'm somebody who really just does not care for drink fragrances like from BBW whatsoever, but I have to say this one's like one of the nicer ones that I actually really enjoy. Like, do I need to purchase it? Probably not. I already have like 2 or 3 from the original 2018 release, so I'm good with that. But it's one of the nicer, like I guess nicely blended and just like nice, delicious drink fragrances that I've smelled from out there. I usually just don't really care for the BBW ones, but I'm really enjoying this one. So this basically smells like a Mountain Dew mixed with like a mint mojito is what I get from it. So you definitely get that lemon in the melon in here. It's definitely like a melon soda type of fragrance to it, but it also has that sort of like lemon lime vibe from Mountain Dew, and you definitely get like an effervescence to it as well, which is coming from, I guess, that quote unquote sparkling sugar water. So there's definitely a sweet like Mountain Dew soda that you get definitely from like a melon soda plus lemon lime fragrance that you would get from Mountain Dew. Totally in here, and it's actually quite delicious. Like if you just really wanted to smell like a sophisticated Mountain Dew all up in your house, definitely check out Kiwi Margarita. And I guess it has a little bit of that sort of like that kiwi quality or texture to it. I don't know if kiwi has a whole lot of fragrance when you cut into one. I guess there's a little bit of like a sour or tartness to it possibly. That this one also kind of reminds me of like that guanabana daiquiri thing that they've had once before. Similar vibes to that, but this one's a little bit more like sweet, smooth, and juicy, I think, than guanabana daiquiri is. So that's kind of what I get here. You most certainly get a mint fragrance in this as well that also kind of lends to that effervescence or that sparkling quality. It's like a very like fresh mint, but it's not overly like in your face where you think of like, you know, toothpaste or like spearmint gum or anything like that. But there's definitely a mint in here, but it's just so well balanced with all the other notes that it really kind of smells like a mint mojito plus Mountain Dew type of fragrance to it. And you definitely get a slight alcoholic note in here, not overly boozy, but still something that kind of evokes a margarita in the same way like Island Margarita does from Bath and Body Works. And it's overall it's just like very sweet and juicy and has a nice melon in there, but it still has a nice like just kick or like uniqueness from that mint in there that I really enjoy as well. That's not quite as like basic as like a BBW drink fragrance, and it just really reminds me of those like awesome like Slatkin & Co. era tropical drink fragrances that we used to get that were a little bit more like nuanced and just layered, so to speak, and just had a little bit more extra going on that was really nice about it. So overall, the fragrance is not the type of fragrance category that I normally gravitate towards. I just really don't care for tropical fruity fragrances or even fruity drink fragrances, but I have to say, like, in that type of category, this one is done quite well, and I really quite enjoy it. So that's pretty much my thoughts on Kiwi Margarita, and let me go into the performance. I've already finished this one once before, and we're on the second burn of my new one, as you see here. This is one of those 3 wicks that kind of prompted the quote-unquote complaints or concerns about, can we maybe try adding a 4th wick to make it pull out faster? Because believe it or not, this has actually been burning for 5 hours, and it still hasn't pulled out. This is like one of those notoriously slow-burning 3-wick candles from a HomeWorx that were just like, oh my gosh, I tinfoil it, I put it in a hurricane, it just simply won't pull out. This was that. And so once again, this is the made in the USA 3-wick, you know, version from 2018. So your performance on the 4-wick of the newer made in Vietnam ones are probably going to be quite different in how it pulls out, and maybe even the throw as well, just because this one was quite weaker because it was always struggled to pull out so much. So it was always the case, even with the other one that I had, it kind of had a lot of hang up on the sides. It just didn't pull out very well. I think I actually ended up having this one going for a full 10 hours, which is not at all what I do with multiple wick candles, but this one's just so slow and cool burning that it just kind of required that to get a full even wax spool. I think it finally got an even wax spool somewhere between the 8 to 10 hour mark, believe it or not. So this was just one of those candles that once again propped in those 4-wick concerns that we had back in the day. And that's kind of why they added the 4th wick on it. And because of that, in the way it was such a slow burn, it definitely took a hit on the throw. This one's quite light. Like for the first 5 to 6 hours, I would say no more than like a 3. Very, very, very light in a bedroom. Like kind of just have to hover over it to smell it. Still smells delicious, but rather light. Definitely got lost in an open concept area. Finally, by the 10th hour mark, when it had a actual adequate even wax pool that was deep enough, you could finally smell it maybe up to a 5. So anywhere from a 3 to a 5 on this fragrance. But once again, I think that had a lot to do with the 3 wicks taking forever to pull out. So I'm hopeful or optimistic or fingers crossed the 4-wick version that you would pick up from QVC today would burn better and maybe throw better as well. And so it's not a super heavy fragrance like a champagne margarita frosted Moscow mule from BBW does, but in true HomeWorx fashion, definitely more in the 3 to 5 medium range. So that's the performance on this. Overall, if you like drink fragrances and just like those like Slatkin & Co. like golden era tropical drink fragrances that used to come out all the time, definitely check this out. I'm not even a drink fan. I still really enjoy this one. Do I need to go repurchase it? Probably not, because I still have this one, but like it'd be nice to try the 4-wick one just to see if it was stronger and did pull out better and just give a better performance. Because the fragrance is still quite nice, that I still have to give it a thumbs up. So that's pretty much my thoughts on Kiwi Margarita. Let me know if you check this one out below or you plan on buying the new one, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.